Welcome back to Agenda Kenya with me, Jason Nyantino. Tonight we are focusing on the question of unemployment, one of the critical challenges of our time. And we want to know if our political leaders have what it takes to confront this problem. My next question is from Senya Neville, who is an entrepreneur.
My question goes this way. How comes the government does not protect the interest of young Kenyans who invent ideas and are not protected?
Young Kenyans who invent ideas, are they protected? I'll have to come to Honorable Nderitu, that's your area, yes. Then we spread the debate. And okay. I'll give you two examples as you respond. We had a young man called Evans Wadongo, who is a CNN hero actually, Freedom Project hero, who invented solar-powered lantern. I don't know that you know about him. We have another young Kenyan called Anthony Mutua, who used Shoes technology to charge phones. So how do you pick up these creative ideas and turn them into an economic success story?
Thank you. Firstly, Ms. Njoroge, the kind of policy that will help create jobs is the policy that promotes Kenyan products, so that whatever you're producing is consumed. The Kenya as a nation, we import things worth something like $15 billion a year. You know, it is crazy. We as Kenyans must buy Kenya and build Kenya. The next time you see your politician, find out if the furniture in his office is built here in Kamkunji or at Dagoretti, because people are importing furniture from India and China, and they shouldn't.
Okay.
How do you protect your ideas, Neville? Please, and I want to encourage Kenyans, whatever you are doing, come or go to the Kenya Industrial Property Institute. These are a government organization that registers patents, that registers trademarks, that registers industrial design. Whatever you are doing, before you start selling it, please go and register it so that nobody can steal your idea. Okay. Please. And it is essentially free.
Thank you, Mr.
So just come.
That's clear.
I think it's important to note that I'm saying that today's problems have to be solved with today's solutions. What is happening at KIPE is a traditional registering of trademarks and copyrights. I can talk for myself that invention is not just making a scientific discovery or discovering M-Pesa. I would say that there is an invention in creating a piece of music. There is invention in creating a television show. I as an artist, copyright my name and call myself ridiculous. And I copyright it, and I go to KIPE, and it is a trademark. However, when I go to the market, for every million shilling that I'm making, the pirate is making 4 million Kenya shillings. This pirate is in every sense protected by the government because he operates in a premise that is given a license by the government. Okay. The police make a beat outside his office every day. They know that he is producing contraband material, but the government is doing nothing to protect.
So the laws are weak.
They are weak, and then they are very archaic because who is protecting the artists today? Okay. When I'm doing a show as an artist, I'm employing close to 100 people per show. I'm employing a producer, I'm employing a creative director, I'm employing a makeup person, I'm employing a writer, and these are emerging inventions that are being done by a generation of Kenyans. And I'm sure in every single county, we are able to even make up studios and entertainment centers that are run by youth from those counties.
Thank you, KJ.
But they're not protected.
Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Muri.
Yeah, and I'm glad KJ spoke about sports. I want to say this is a big industry. You know, as we look for opportunities for our youth people, for our young people, let's also go into academies so that we can have black Balotellis like this one here, you know, utilize his talent. And you know what how many opportunities are there. So sports academies for any talent, including creative arts, including drama, you know, tennis and swimming. There are many young people who are not getting the opportunity, in addition to the industries and the formal employment we are talking about. Secondly, I would react to my friend, Nderitu, my colleague, on that we need to get our kids to go to Form 4, then we don't have a problem. And I will again repeat, education is not what creates employment. Because the ones who go to Form 4 will still need jobs even when they graduate from Form 4. And we have Form 4s who have no jobs. And as a matter of fact, in this country already, 70% of the young people who are graduating from primary are making it to secondary school because of the many day schools that we are starting. So most of our young people are going to secondary school. That is not a problem. But I also want to say, on intervention and protection, the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Technology as a program to support young innovators, some of whom you have mentioned. We support them in the tune of 500,000 to 4 or 5 million shillings to grow their invention,
So what does
to
it
expand,
take? What does it take for them
and
to
to
get the support?
publicize. What is you have to apply? You have to do an
apply.
application.
Okay.
You have to do an application, and we have a show every year. We have an exhibition where young people show up their talents because we want to protect them. We want to link them up to people who can invest in that, and we want to give them publicity so Kenyans can know. So we are already doing that, which was not happening.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa.
point is that it has to be
I need to
brought to
take
it.
my next
Yes.
question. My next question is from Anne Mercy Kariuki.
Thank you so much. My name is Anne Mercy. I'm a teacher and a university student, Kenyatta University student. Now, there are very many Kenyans who are looking for jobs elsewhere, and especially the unskilled labor, like talk of maybe Saudi Arabia. Now, my question is, what is the government doing to ensure that these people are protected in their countries of destination? In other words, are there policies? Are these recruiting agencies? Are they legal? Are they licensed? That is my question.
Before the representatives of the government respond, I want Chune to... Kotu has commented about this before. Kotu has actually said the recruitment agencies which recruit Kenyans out there, especially in the Middle East, we need to know who they are and we need to know their activities. What is Kotu's position?
Yeah, in the current labor laws, I think they have recruitment agents involved. But the problem has been that the rights of workers who go and work abroad are not protected. And we have been appealing to the Minister of Labor to ensure that the people going to work out there are given knowledge about their rights and obligations, and that the embassies in these countries should also monitor how Kenyans are treated in these countries. But the way it has been done in the past, it was not even going for employment, it was trafficking, where these agencies will take your documents and send you out there, and then you find you are locked up with an employer you don't know, and the job you are promised you don't get it. You are given something else. So unless those issues have been settled, I think there will be no need to continue taking our labor out there.
KJ, two things from Anne's question. There's unskilled labor that is taken out there. There's also skilled labor, which is the brain drain as we know it. Very quickly, what do you think is how do we arrest this problem?
I think what we have today is a regime that is running Kenyans out of this country, in the sense that if any individual was given an opportunity in Kenya, they have no business to go and become a housemaid in Saudi Arabia. So this is a product of desperation. If this individual had something they would do here, they would actually do it here. And I'm thinking that how we start solving the brain drain issue is first by realizing that we need to change the narrative of employment in Kenya. We need to start telling people from a very high level that jobs are not only the jobs that exist, that jobs can be created, so that government does its role, but also the public takes its space in in bringing up new opportunities and new ways of creating jobs. However, it cannot all be lamented that everyone who goes out there, it's a bad thing. We realize that out of the people living in diaspora, Kenya is raking in close to 70 billion shillings every year of money being remitted back to this country.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Another good thing is that we have exported a president to the most powerful public in the world.
Thank you. Honorable Nderitu, could you please give us the government position about this, the exporting of unskilled and skilled labor?
Well, you know, the way things are going, Jason, it sounds like government does nothing. So I wonder if we were to listen to KJ. Listen, first of all, when you buy a DVD around the corner, and that DVD is not original in the sense that the owner of the copyright is the one selling, you can end up in jail. And you can end up in jail for up to 5 years. Secondly, protection of your intellectual property is not just KIPI. If you are an artist, copyright comes into play. If you, for example, you graft a variety of a plant. Then you go to Kefis. Kenya plant is, So there are a variety of methods to protect your ideas.
That is
Please
clear,
do
Mr.
so.
Mayor. Please respond.
Yeah,
to what
I am
asked
going to the question of Kenyans working outside this country and what government's position is. Of course, the responsibility of any state, the responsibility of any government is to the citizens, to its citizens. So is Kenya looking to ensure that Kenyans, wherever they work, are protected? The answer is yes. Two things we have to appeal also to Kenyans, because many Kenyans go to other countries and the government offices there, the embassies and so on, are not aware. So we keep encouraging Kenyans to identify so that the embassies and the government is able to follow. Finally, so we do encourage, for example, the reason we are in the East African common market, agreeing with our brothers and sisters in East Africa, is for free movement of workers, so that you can be able to go to Dar es Salaam or go some other place in Kampala and work. We are expanding this to COMESA, and we are further expanding this to COMESA, EAC, and SADC. So our formal position is to create opportunities here and overseas. But when you go there, please do identify yourself.
Thank you, Mr.
Also, thank you to diaspora.
All right, thank you for that. And that
$900 million.
That does it for Agenda Kenya this week. I thank my panel, my studio audience for that wonderful discussion, and to all of you at home for watching. You can still be part of this debate by responding to this question. Do our political leaders have the capacity to tackle the question of unemployment? Do our political leaders have the capacity to tackle the problem of unemployment? You know the drill. Text your response to the number on your screen, together with your name and where you're watching us from. You can also extend this discussion on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and let's get to know what you think. And until next week, goodbye.